All right, to Wall Street now as investors react to a major speech from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, offering his strongest indication yet that interest rate cuts may be coming. So look at this. The Dow soared over 800 points today. Also, here's a look at the top 500 stocks on our interactive heat map brought to you by FinViz. A green Friday, a lot of green on the screen. So here is Powell hinting at the possibility of a rate cut.
Our policy rate is now 100 basis points closer to neutral than it was a year ago. And the stability of the unemployment rate and other labor market measures allows us to proceed carefully as we consider changes to our policy stance. Nonetheless, with policy in restrictive territory, the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance.
All right, let's bring in Paul LaMonica, senior market analysis writer for Barron's. A pretty measured comment there, but we can kind of read between the lines. I know that you can. Investors clearly like what they hear. So break it down. What's the message and why it's lifting the market?
Yeah, I think what Powell said was interpreted as code for we are very likely to be cutting interest rates in September as long as the data supports that. We're going to get another jobs report before that September Fed meeting. We'll get a couple of more reports on inflation. If we see further weakness in the jobs market, I think the Fed has indicated, and Powell definitely suggested that today at Jackson Hole, that they would likely respond to any further labor market deterioration by lowering interest rates. And then the question becomes, is that the first of several rate cuts throughout the end of the year and into 2026.
President Trump today confirmed the U.S. government is vying for a stake in Intel just a couple weeks after he called on the CEO to resign. So here's what the president said about the deal. Let's take a listen.
And I said, I think you should pay us 10% of your company. And they said, yes, that's about $10 billion. I don't get it. This comes to the United States of America. And I said, I think it would be good having the United States as your partner. He agreed, and they've agreed to do it. And I think it's a great deal for them, and I think it's a great deal. He walked in wanting to keep his job, and he ended up giving us $10 billion for the United States. So we picked up $10 billion.
All right, so it's been a rocky few years for Intel. That announcement certainly boosted its stock over 5%. So what would federal backing mean for the company?
I think it would provide some stability, which Intel clearly needs right now. The market has made the judgment over the past couple of years that Intel, despite its foothold in chips for PCs and servers, they are really woefully behind in the AI chip races, which is what NVIDIA dominates. And that's why NVIDIA is a company worth more than $4 trillion at this point. Intel is far from that. But even Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, which used to be a number 2 competitor, woefully behind Intel, they have caught up as well and have also made some inroads with regards to AI chips. Broadcom, another leading chip company. So I think this gives Intel a little bit of a cushion and a floor in the eyes of investors that things may not get that much worse because of the government backing that they now have.
All right, let's talk big tech stocks. They stumbled earlier this week amid fears of the AI boom that could be headed for a similar fate as the dot-com bubble. What is your take on that?
Yeah, it was very fascinating. You saw this skeptical MIT paper about AI, Sam Altman of OpenAI raising questions of whether or not valuations were too frothy. I wrote a story at Barron's that looked at how, yes, companies like NVIDIA and Microsoft and Meta, they have really soared on the hopes that AI would become as mainstream as the internet has become in the past 2 decades. But let's be honest here, even though those stocks were doing as well as they were earlier this year, their valuations weren't nearly as frothy or absurd as what you saw with companies like Cisco in the late 1990s when you had the internet boom. The build out back then, Amazon was trading way ahead of what its potential was back then. So you had this massive correction, crash, bear market in tech that I think was warranted. I'm not really seeing as much froth here, despite the fact that NVIDIA has been such a phenomenal success story for the past couple of years.
Paul LaMonica, thank you and happy Green Friday. Appreciate it.